Hello Internet, this is Sky, and we are playing Carrier Command 2. This is one of my favorite games. Here we, command well, it's in the name, isn't it? We command a carrier and its forces, on an alien world. So, we'll just go through the game. It does explain, what's going on. So, we're gonna get to show you, what's going on. Spooky wake up scene. Classic. Just gonna make our way to the front. Honestly, it's kind of funny that there's like just a door opening sound that's just like a little squeaky, like there needs to be oil in the hinges of this bulkhead.
Welcome back, Commander Altus Gage. Your disorientation shall pass. Your employer, the Drazu Industries Corporation, has asked me to reiterate its gratitude for you volunteering to enter stasis on the Horus Satellite Overwatch program. I am Captain Aparo, commander of UEC Deep Space Colonies in this sector. Please be advised, the terrorist Stanza organization has breached the unmanned colony's firewalls on the planet of Telos, and is now in control of the ACC Omega carrier. You are to take manual override command of the ACC Epsilon carrier, and stop the Omega by any means necessary. Drazu hereby grants a full liability waiver for your actions, and the United Earth Coalition has issued an anticipatory pardon. Proceed to your landing pod immediately. It has been remotely programmed and is ready to go. Good hunting, Commander.
That door slapped me. Anyways, so you heard the man. We're gonna have to, command the Epsilon carrier to fight the Omega carrier. And there's gonna be more exposition on the way. But let's get the shuttle launched up. Bit there. There is our ship. What a beauty. The ACC Epsilon carrier. And I ran into a railing. Honestly, this home base is never nice. Is it never nice? No, it's always nice, but I never get to actually explore it. Because, I just immediately go towards the first mission. No, it seems cool. And it's also just like the little thing just blocking the ramp from, the rest of the island's fun. Let me out! Let me out! Alright, let's get on this thing. I've actually tested it in the past, and going up the ramp is barely faster than this elevator, because this elevator is the slowest thing in the world. If you've played Cyberpunk, then you know Skippy, and I feel like he needs his elevator music, like bum bum dum dee dum bum bum dee dum bum bum dee dum bum bum dee dum bum 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 dee dum bum 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 dee dum. And it's still going. But at least, going over here, we can be close to the missiles. Yes, let's just run across this, the deck. That surely can't end terribly. I'm gonna take the stairs. Because the elevator inside the ship is about as slow as the elevator on the outside. I think it's a little bit faster, but not fast enough. Start the power sequence. It's just the one button. And let's go. That's really cool. Head towards an enemy island. There's already a boat in front of us. So I've played this game before, so I know how to handle these things. Just need to get out of the... There you go. So before the game started, we already got to do some fighting. See the torpedo launch at the side, and there it goes. It's gonna turn, don't worry. We'll hit our target. So this is what the game's like. We've got the weapon system on the carrier, and then we've got the vehicle control hub. And this is where a lot of the action goes down. There's also the captain's seat, and this has a lot of like general information about the islands, and it has a really detailed view, and it's even holographic, which is pretty nice, but it's not always the most useful. So I usually use the vehicle command system when I'm looking up tactical information. And then for strategic information and logistics, that's what this is for. This lets us know what everything is and where it is. So I'll talk about logistics later. Just giving everything a look. Okay, I was worried that the torpedo was tracking us instead of our target, but it looks like it's gonna hit. Man, that thing's really close. Is that a swordfish? Did they really send a swordfish right in front of us? Thankfully it doesn't have a gun, but yeah, no, that's a swordfish. That's a big ship. And it does have a gun. Why hasn't it shot us yet? Ooh, and we hit it with the torpedo, but it wasn't enough, so we need to probably get ready to hit it more. So yeah, you also have to like set up the tracking every time you use a weapon manually like this. It's a cool opportunity to get to do a tutorial before the actual tutorial, but it's also a bit scary that I've been thrust into doing it. We're about to get hit hard. Yep. And now we're out of ammo. I mean, we have some in reserves, but probably not as much as I would like. But we did defeat the enemy. How bad's the damage? Not terrible. Wow, that was eventful for the first, 3 minutes before we capture our first island. Is the radar telling me an aircraft just took him? One did. This island seems pretty well defended for one shield. I wonder what actually... Like, is it really just one shield? Because this is supposed to be the starter. It's 2 shields. Why is it 2 shields? That's ridiculous. I suppose we will get the what is it? It's got the walrus. Got a few things. So it's good for logistics. Yeah, it gives us a lot of good ground vehicles. That's the mule, the walrus, and the, what is it? I forgot what the tank's called. It's the bear, yeah. A nice thing about this game, and also probably convenience for the developers too, is that all of the, every single symbol is like consistent throughout the entire game, so that way we always like know what it is, like from logistics or from the tactical view. It's just the same symbol for each vehicle. I usually only half tag most enemies because the only information you get by full tagging them is what gun is on it, but that's not usually useful till you start getting AAA missiles. Yeah, things are already pretty eventful because I've got, you know, level 1 based off the tutorial vehicles, and I'm already trying to fight a level 2 island. I also got a little too close for comfort with the carry. There you go. Now I feel comfortable sending up some aircraft. So, because I've played this game enough, I know how bad the logistical challenges can get, and I'm already worried about how much ammo I've wasted here. Like, just on this one island. Anyways, but now you get to fly a plane. Looks like that's the only enemy left on the island. I'm just gonna swoop in and destroy it with this. But first I need to fix my control stick. Give me a second. I think I'm gonna destroy it with a twin metal cannon because it's pretty cheap when it comes to the ammo. Yeah, no, if anything, if you like games where like it forces you to save every single bullet, this is one of those games because you know it hurts when you lose bullets by shooting too much. Oh, and it looks like there's more stuff. Right, it's a level 2 island, which means there's turrets. And in this game, turrets, like stationary ones, are really reinforced, so that's probably going to destroy all of my vehicles if I don't get to it first. Plane. Well, this isn't good, but we'll have to make do because this is all I have. Could also try to destroy it with the carrier, but I don't want to waste any more missiles if I don't have to. I also don't want to waste this plane either. Oh, I think I got it. Was there another one? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna loop around. Nope, it looks like I'm good. Alright. I'm gonna land everything and just get set up to get back on the road. Or on the water, I guess I should say. You know what? Since it was our first flight, why don't we go ahead and watch the Albatross come in from the flight deck? That's a wrap for our pretty successful first mission. So that's been the tutorial, but we're going to keep going for now. I'm going to see what island I want to capture next. This time, we're going to look at logistics. So, this game consists of a few categories of, like, resources. Small munitions, large munitions, turrets, utility, surface chassis, air chassis, and fuel. Fuel is required for all vehicles, the carrier, aircraft, and groundcraft. Air chassis are like just the actual airframes, and if, like, so say an aircraft gets destroyed, this is how you replace it. Surface chassis, it's the same except for the ground vehicles. Utilities are things like, as you can see here, they're the cameras and the radars and countermeasures and the droids that we use. Then there's turrets. These are what fire weapons. So like the 20 millimeter cannon that I used on the airplane. That's what that is, as well as the 30 millimeter turrets that were on those ground vehicles. Next, we have large munitions. These are used by the carrier and aircraft, typically, though ground vehicles can also fire IR missiles. But these are, missiles and bombs and torpedoes, all of which are used to, cause a big boom. Next, we have small ammo, which is like bullets, individual, um, you know, bits of like anything that you'd count by the hundreds or the thousands. That's where you find them in small ammo or small munitions rather. So luckily we didn't lose anything, but we did get damage. So you need to constantly manage repairs from this screen up here. Luckily we only got lightly tapped in most areas, so we should be able to fix ourselves up pretty quickly here. So we want to be able to produce all kinds of all kinds of small, large, and then utility and fuel, and like we want one of everything basically, which means we'll want to get at one point have one of all of the symbols. So there's actually a pretty good starting chunk right here. So where you can see I'm highlighting, on the left side of it, we've got our utilities, our barges, small munitions, large munitions, fuel, turrets, and aircraft. Now, the specific blueprints aren't ideal. Like I will want more than Albatross. I'll want more than just 160 and 20 millimeter ammunition. Um, and I will eventually need the ability to make deployable droids and stuff. But for the present moment, it works pretty well. So we'll first take this bit of land, so that way we have all the essentials, and then we'll just like make as much as we need, make do with it, and then push to get more desirable weapon systems. But we'll get to that bridge when it comes to it. First, we need to secure our ability to do that in the future, which means fuel for now, because we do not start off with that much fuel. I mean, it's enough if we're not moving very far, but if we wanted to start going places, we'll need a lot more than the fuel reserve. So we should also get into how the logistics system works. Each island can store its own products, and we also have a warehouse that we start with that has some extra inventory. But to like fill up our ship from a where from a warehouse or island, we need to send a barge to it, and then we also need to go into our stock menu and put in an order. So say we want that 100 fuel. We just order it, and then it'll come to us. I think that's all I'm going to order for now. I'm going to start navigating towards that fuel island. The navigation system isn't much, but all of these screens are really customizable, so you can have like any settings on here that you want. while we're going to that fuel island, we have a new transmission, so I'm gonna play it for you.
Welcome to the bridge of the ACC Epsilon carrier. The analysis of intercepted Stanza communications is completed. The belligerents are using the ACC Omega to plant deep crust detonators on each captured island. Once the entire archipelago is seeded, they will trigger simultaneous detonations. This is likely to rupture the Trotor and Avapola tectonic plates, effectively ruining Telos as a viable resource for the foreseeable future. Commander, given that the unmanned Telos colony is the largest supplier of materials to the UEC war effort on Earth, the potential ramifications are catastrophic. You must recapture enemy islands to disable their detonators or eliminate the enemy carrier.
So yeah, we were definitely supposed to play that one when we just got on the bridge
Commander
and powered
Gage,
it up, but
I
this is
asked
the next
UEC
one.
Combat Analytics to run Monte Carlo simulations on your campaign against ACC Omega. Given all the data we have available, we have some key statistical outcomes that may influence your tactical decision-making. First, in 73% of simulation runs, ACC Epsilon would face material shortages, ammunition, fuel, drone craft. So you really need to keep an eye on your localized supply chain. Second, in 32% of simulations, the ACC Omega recaptured an island that had been previously secured by Epsilon, so don't forget to stay vigilant. Third, 23% of the time, insufficient focus on repair systems would result in loss of operational capability at inopportune times. While automated balanced repairs are convenient, for maximum efficiency, you may need to take a direct hand. Finally, and I don't wish to alarm you, but the overall chance of success they calculated is only 13%. Best of luck, Commander.
So that reinforces the importance of materials, like I was talking about earlier. But I also noticed that I accidentally left all of my drones on the island, so they're driving over probably to yell at me. But I'm reversing that to come and go pick them up. What I was going to show you over here was that you can actually build turrets on captured islands. So say I wanted to defend this, I could, just cover this whole thing in turrets. So you eventually get plenty of money, but you actually start out with very little money, and like you have very little earning potential when you only have one island and you haven't done much destroying things. So I actually don't have tons of money to burn on turrets or anything like that. Eventually, you have nearly infinite money to just spend on whatever you want to spend it on. Yeah, Tomahawk is definitely your next destination. You know what? While we wait, why don't we send an aircraft over to Tomahawk to check it out? It's honestly a lot easier to see all of the little drones at night because they have their headlights on. Now during the day, these were all invisible. So I spotted all the targets for Tomahawk, but I think that's going to be it for today's video because I have dinner to eat. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll edit this all into a highlights reel later, so hopefully you don't have to watch the whole thing to, watch this part. And, I like and subscribe, so I see you later. Bye.